was in.
What is going on? I'm ignoring him at this point. What is going on, good people? It is time for Impact Wrestling Crossroads review tonight. I don't know, man. I don't know. I love the Impact theme pay-per-views because I can watch them and I ain't got to pay the monies. But still, though, like, can we get a new arena? Can we get a new setup? I mean, I don't care how we got to do it. I just want something like to change a little bit. Like they go to the 6-sided ring for one night or something. Like something. I don't care. I don't care what they do. They can take away the ropes. Well, they can't do that. Can't take away the turnbuckles for one. No. I don't know, man. But like, I feel like they got to do something.
I got it. They take away the ropes. They replace them with 2x4s wrapped in barbed wire.
True. But like, I don't know. I just feel like I enjoy these, but I never get a pay-per-view feel out of them. Does that make sense? Like, and I feel like we've said that over and over and over again. But it's true. Like, it's not that I don't enjoy the shows. It's just like I don't know if they got to break it up into 2 nights or what. But like, for whatever reason, it just doesn't feel like a pay-per-view. Even though they have
pay-per-view supposed to be big fight feel. You know what I'm saying? And if you just throw it around like it's just a regular show, it don't give you that pay-per-view feel.
Yeah.
I like it, but like I like it for the same reason DJ likes it. You know, we actually get to see it. We don't have to pay way too much money because it's way too much money. I'm just saying. But and I do think there are, you know, matches here and there that feel like that big fight feel. Like I think there were a couple on here that felt big enough that they could be pay-per-view matches. Not necessarily like a big pay-per-view, but a pay-per-view still. The only thing I don't like about it is I forget, and I keep having to be reminded that it's Crossroads because, like DJ said, there's no different set. There's nothing that, you know, differentiates it from a regular Impact, except for the, you know, announcers say welcome to Crossroads every, you know, match or whatever, and that's what they have to do because you forget.
See, if you have a pay-per-view, you don't have no problem paying for it if somebody like The Rock was to pop up on that joint. You see what I'm saying? You're paying for something that's a big fight feel. Like if you get a wrestler from back in the day pops up on the show. That's what most pay-per-views have. Old wrestlers come back on the shows and stuff like that. And you have things going on in pay-per-views that's not in normal shows. That you'll pay for that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying I would not pay for The Rock anymore. I see him everywhere.
You know, all the movies. you know, all these movies and stuff. but I mean, like, and I think too, like, kind of going back to before we jump into the first kind of section of Crossroads, I feel like maybe like Casey said, maybe it's just that we're not getting like the matches don't feel like either part of the climax or the biggest matches or like the match that like the pay-per-view is supposed to end things or supposed to keep them going. So you're supposed to hit some sort of climax. Wrestling is weird where you're supposed to hit like multiple climaxes all the time. So I think shut up. I think for whatever reason, it doesn't feel like Impact is giving us like the biggest part of the feuds in these matches. Like, I mean, I feel like even with LAX and the Cult of Lee, I like it, but it feels like there's still a little bit more build to go. And maybe it's the writing. Maybe they're not writing to these Impact theme pay-per-views. They're just writing for 2 months and then hoping that it somehow hits the actual it hits Crossroads, right? Like, I don't know. But moving on into our first, I guess, part of this show. By the way, if you want to subscribe at any point in this video, it is on this side. It's weird because
it's
on the side of the bar. So you shut up.
Right.
Shut your mouth.
Is it switches so over here would be?
Yeah, and then it switches it because like it's one of those weird things where the camera shoots you like upside down. I don't know if you look up like camera mechanics, that's what they do. They shoot you upside down, so it flips everything, and then when it flip it,
not upside down.
It does shoot. It shoots you like upside down, and then it puts you right side up. It's weird. Like look it up. I'm not joking.
No, I know what you're talking about, but just it's flipping.
Yeah, it does flip. It flips and stuff. But anyway, let's move into the first point that I got down here, which was Crossword starting with this tag team title match, which I thought was a good way to start this show. I was excited coming in with the Cult of Lee and LAX battling, especially the way this feud has been built. This build has been feud. This feud has been built. I've enjoyed it. I feel like that they have put on some interesting stuff, some entertaining stuff, and obviously, anytime you got Trevor Lee and Caleb Conley going up against kind of the two, I guess you could say young bucks type of LAX, not young bucks as in the young bucks. I mean, like they're just kind of young and we don't all kind of know them. Shut up. But I was definitely expecting a really good match, and I think it was good. I enjoyed it, especially once they start hitting the tandem offense type of thing. I liked it because it felt like LAX should have the advantage, but at the same time, Lee and Conley they tried to one up them with their kind of tandem offense too, and I liked it. There was a little bit of everything in this match, which I liked. I already knew who was going to win this match beforehand because Casey be tweeting, and I'd be getting a notification when people like the tweets. So I figured out what happened on this match before I even watched the show. But it was still a good match, though. Also, I love the kind of the isolation strategy that LAX was trying to use, because it felt like that's always something you have to do in tag team matches. But I think it was even getting someone out of the ring, like legit getting them off the apron to basically find a way to use the numbers in your advantage. But I like this match. It was good. LAX ends up winning with the street sweeper. Like I said, great way to start this show, kind of get people tuning in and by watching a high-flying match to start. LAX retains the tag titles. Casey, do you got any thoughts on this here tag team match for the tag team titles where the Cult of Lee battled against LAX?
I do have some thoughts. I'm an even bigger fan of LAX than I was before after this past weekend.
I thought you hated LAX.
I was about to say the same thing.
Right. Like this, this man was like, "Oh, I'm getting so tired of LAX." Like no, just because you met him, don't mean you can be in their good graces now.
You can't do that. No.
I said I didn't like this iteration of them.
But didn't you say you wanted them to break up like last week? I swear I heard this. I heard these words.
That was me. That was me on that.
Okay. Sorry. I know I heard it. I was just trying to figure out who I heard it from.
I admit I still want Supermax back.
Exactly.
Supermax.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
The real LAX.
They some cool guys. They is. Conan's kind of a jerk. I tried to spread a rumor that I was the third member of LAX, and he shot it down. I was like, bruh, how you do that? How you gonna do that to me?
I mean, it's a rumor though, which in a weird turn of events, it's a rumor which are usually true, but this time it won't true. So now I'm confused.
I mean, he shot it down immediately. He was like fake news, and I'm like, bruh, how you gonna do that to me? How you gonna do that to me? But I like that they opened with this match. I think the LAX and the Cult of Lee work really well together. I love the feud. I've loved most of the feuds that LAX has had. Cult of Lee, OVE. I think it's been.
Hey, you remember that? You remember that feud that was supposed to have with them two big fellas? It was Mayweather. They had Mayweather, not Floyd, and what's the other guy's name?
It's coming. It's coming. It's not coming. I think they were probably released. I
think they were too.
But definitely a good opening match. I'm glad that LAX did retain. I think this is one of the matches that's going to keep the feud going. I don't think this is the end of it. I think it'll be the end of it. But one thing that I don't think we talk about much is just the tag team division in Impact in general. You know, we always complain about, at least DJ and I always complain about the tag team divisions in WWE, how they're so weak, and you know, there's like only 2 or 3 tag teams, and it's always the same tag teams. I think one thing you always have to give credit to Impact is, you know, even though they don't have a ton of tag teams, if you think about it, they only have maybe 4, 5 maybe, but they use them so well. And it's like we complain about with WWE. It's not just the tag team champions and another tag team that get storylines. You know, WWE are still having a storyline, and they're not in the title picture, which I think Impact doesn't get enough credit for that. You know, they're doing really well with the tag team division, I think.
Yeah. Speaking of WWE, we are going to have a discussion about this whole Sami Callihan aspect. We might go ahead and do that tonight since Rabbit is here. I don't want to do it in this video though. I would rather do it. We can touch on it a little bit, but I'd rather do it as a separate video. But like I'll get into it when we get into OVE. I don't want to get into it yet. But Rabbit, thoughts on the opening tag team title match for the tag team titles?
Yeah, I agree with the whole overall view of the tag team division and how TNA always put a spotlight on their tag teams. So over the last year, they never stopped that. So I give them credit on that. They continue with the tag team, even with storylines, even if they're not in the championship picture and all that. So that's a good thing that they stayed with that. But this match right here, I ain't like it, man. You know, there's a few spots in here I like from Santana. I think his name's Santana. But this match, man, I don't know. These matches, when you have a match where it just seems like everybody just doing their moves, and there's no story being told, it's just not there, you know.
But you saw the isolation strategy though. The isolation was in there, bro. It was in there. Come on, man.
But if you watch the match, you look at people just going through motions, man. And when you see that, you don't get to feel into the match with them. You know what I'm saying? You don't go on a roller coaster with them when they just look like they're just doing stuff. You know, there's no storyline. They're not in it, and it's just not. I don't like that, man. You know. But my man LAX had the top rope joint face slam. I like that when they do that joint right there with the big bush. Dude with the big bush. Now, did you talk to these dudes when you was there?
I did.
Did you get? You talked to my man with the big bush? Did
you get the interview though? It's just a question.
My boy Ortiz, I did. You know, we talked to the bit. You know, I was like, "Yo, you need another member?" He was like, "Yeah, you know, we do." And I was like, "You know, I'm."
Did you tell me you wasn't Latin though?
I don't look it, but you know, I'm part Latin, so you know, you ain't gotta be full. You know, it's like, you know, my great granddad was like, his cousin was.
I would say something, but no comment. No comment.
Why would Conan take the bandana back? At the end, he'll go around there and snatch it off his neck like that was something serious or something. Oh, Conan looked terrible, man. I don't know what's going on here. He's just bad. DJ.
All right, moving into our second part here, which was the second match. Just so happened to be the second match of the night, which was our champion versus champion match, which I was excited for. Anytime I think you get because sometimes you have champion versus champion, and it's not for both titles at all. But then, you know, sometimes you have champion versus champion. It's like winner take all type thing. And that's why I was so excited about this match. Plus, I'm still waiting for somebody to outdo Tatsuya Shimori and Trevor Lee as the match of the year in Impact, at least for now. I'm still waiting on it. And dang on, this was a good match. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it would beat it, but that boy Trevor Lee, though. I'm just saying, that boy Trevor Lee. Anyway, this was a good match, though. I enjoyed it. I was excited. Still wondering about this third eye, the spiritual advisor. Like, I'm trying to figure it out, but I have no idea what it is, and they didn't clear it up at all, ever. I mean, you know, I kind of figured it out, though. I think the spiritual advisor might be Matt Sydal's knees, because that's what saved him from almost dying due to that 450 splash. I mean, am I wrong, though? Cortana, I don't need you to do nothing. Shut up. But Am I wrong though? Like his knees got to be the spiritual advisor. Did you see them? Did you see his knees save him? They saved him. They saved him. I think that's the third eye. Because I signed there was like, you got to go to that third eye. Knees. I'm like, oh, so is it his knees though? I'm just asking. Just curious. But this is a good match though. I love watching these two work together. Especially Impact has a thing about the end of matches where like things get going. Like sometimes matches start slow, kind of like the main event. Matches start slow. And then like once they really get going and you really get to see what these guys can do, you like, oh, okay now. Okay. Okay. I was loving it. I love the Golden Star Moonsault. I love that anyway. When Coda does it, I ain't gonna say no more words because I know. Anyway, because I know Casey go.
Coda.
But yeah, like I love that. I love everything Matt Sydal does. Is just that man is good. Like I was watching this match in awe of Matt Sydal. I'm gonna be honest. I was watching this match like, bro, how you do that though? Like when I grow up, I want to be like Matt Sydal in the ring. I'm just saying. I love Matt Sydal so much. And then Ishimori ain't no slouch neither though. I love my boy Taji. I was so sad that he lost though, because it looked like there at the end that he was gonna pick up that win with the 450, but then the knees came up and Sydal hit that shooting star press. I love it was wonderful though. I loved it. Good, very good match. Still not better than Ishimori versus Triple H. I'm just saying. Look it up. It was a great match. But also, in kind of my final thought, I love the storytelling with the mouth hurting. I don't know why the man's mouth was hurting. I don't know if he's talking too much or what happened to him. Got need. Okay. Got need. I just wanted to make the spiritual advisor. You know, he was talking too much. Mouth. But anyway, you know, I like that sell throughout the whole entire match. Like that was kind of his, because you never see like the mouth being sold. That's what like you always see like the same thing. You see the legs and all that. But like I like it was kind of the mouth. Casey, why are you looking like that?
I'm excited.
Oh my god. Oh, anyway, like will you stop looking like that? Because I can't concentrate. Anyway, but like I said, I love the selling of the mouth as opposed to the selling on the leg, like trying to attack the leg. I love that stuff as much as. And it might just be a me thing. I cringe when I see leg moves. I don't know why. Like when you be attacking the leg, I'm like, oh god, no, not the leg, no. But I love it though. Like I love at the same time while I'm cringing, I'm loving.
I mean, do you cringe because of Sid Vicious? I mean, because I think everybody cringes because of Sid Vicious. Oh.
Why you gotta bring that up, man? Why you gotta bring that up? But this match was awesome though. I loved it. I hate that Taiji Ishimori lost because I kind of wonder what they're gonna do with him now. But I like this title for title thing. I want to see what they do with Matt Sydal. It was weird they didn't turn heel. I was expecting it. I was like, the heel turn is coming, baby. And then it ain't come though. Like what the heel turn though. But Casey, since you are biting, what exciting? I don't think it's a real thing. Since you are chomping at the bit, let's go with that. You know, biting at the bit. Anyway, give your thoughts on the X Division Grand Championship match of the evening.
Oh, I will. But before that, this was a good match. It was, but it's not as good as Kata Ibushi versus Zack Sabre. That match needs to happen. It still needs to happen. The greatest match that never happened. Yeah, I thought this was a really good match. Anytime you put these guys in a match, it's bound to be amazing. Only thing I didn't like, one, didn't he say we was supposed to find out who the spiritual advisor? Where he at though? Where he at though? Or she? I'm not gonna be sexist. Where he or she at though? Also, did anyone notice when he had that little promo before the match? He was like, "I'm gonna show you how to see out of your third eye," and I'm like, "Bruh, didn't you just poke yourself in the third eye though? Like, you can't be doing that. You poke himself in the third eye." You mad? I'm thinking about you. I thought it was a really good match. I was I would have been happy either way with whoever won. I think it's kind of a win-win kind of a situation. But I bet anything that they use this to retire the Grand Championship. It just feels like that.
No.
It's every time champion. That's
True.
what you do. Every time.
Because I like the Grand. Well, it's one of those things too.
Well, I mean, think about it. They changed the rules. Now they have a dual champion. It's
like it, and it's one of those things too. Once you change the rules of the title, it kind of changes the title. Like I mean, I do like having another kind of mid card type title, and I like this title. I think the title looks good. Title looks freaking like amazing. But
about the King of the Mountain Championship too, and the television title.
I mean, but at least it's a different, like it's an actual different title. Like it probably looks better than any of the other titles if we're gonna be honest, because they all GFW.
You had to defend it at the top of a mountain.
True. You're right. But yeah, like I feel like since they changed the rules of the title, it's kind of like, okay, the Grand Championship ain't really what it used to be anymore. Because like that was the whole luster of the Grand Championship. So. But Rabbit, thoughts on the title for title match we had?
Yeah, this match right here was nice. Sydal had some nice sliding knees and dragon screw leg drops where he was working on main man leg the whole match. And this, what I tell you about the last match, this had it in it. You know what I'm saying? With the intensity and every move they was countering. And then it went from, it build up. It was a build up in this match to the end. You know what I'm saying? It's with the end with the pace picked up a little more, you know? So that was storytelling right there. And I'm going to have to say this is look it up alert. It was close, but I'm going to have to give it a look it up alert because they was active. Both of them was active in this whole match, man. And it was just crisp match the whole time. No botching. None of that was in there. They was coming off the top rope, crisp. My man was hitting the Frankenstein, which remind me of Big Papa Pump, you know? Pretty Frankenstein too. They was coming off top rope with those joints and all those, man. It was pretty. My man got caught with the knee with the 450 splash. Pretty. The ending of this match was beautiful, you know? It went back and forth. My man worked on it, had my man cranked back in the knee break, working on his knee, the dragon screw leg drop joint, man. He was killing them in that joint with that working on that leg, man. I'm telling you, it was a beautiful match. Then my man ran down the ramp and hit it with the Hurricanrana joint, step up joint. Beautiful. When he hit my man with that hit Sydal on that joint. That was beautiful. Then my man came out the top rope and hit Sydal with the face splash. That's when he stopped playing with his teeth, you know? Then he did that for the whole match. Another thing that made me put it over the hump as, you know what I'm saying, look it up alert. You see what I'm saying? Little things like that I love in wrestling. And the wrestlers that do that, I love them. You know what I'm saying, DJ?
All right. Moving on, and I definitely agree with all those points. Look it up alert. Okay, real quick, but was it better than Trevor Lee versus Taiji Ishimori?
Or was it better than Kata Ibushi?
Well, we ain't seen that match, so technically, yes. That match ain't never happened, so technically. Rabbit, do you think it was better, though, than my match of the year right now? In Impact, at least.
Then again, yeah, I do. Because there was a lot of counters in this joint. I like this match right here. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to our next one, which is Allie. Like, you know what I love about Allie? Well, besides everything, besides everything, I love we had Allie versus Laura Van Ness, but I love how Allie is still Allie until she get in the ring. I love it. I love that you're seeing the change in the ring. Yes, you're seeing it in her in her character, in her intensity, but it's in the ring. She's still like happy-go-lucky everywhere else. But in the ring, when it's time to go, it's time to go. And it ain't like no Festus type thing. Anyway, we ain't gonna bring that up. But anyway, we're gonna move on. But she trying to basically take down one of her biggest bullies from the time that she came in Impact. And you know, if you know me, you know I love Big Red and he don't like bullies. So I was cheering for Ali, obviously. You know, I was cheering for Ali, obviously. But this is a pretty good match too. I liked it. I did feel like there was something missing. I'm not sure what it was, but I did feel like there was, you know, something missing. I don't know if it's that Laurel felt like she was in control for most of the match, and it wasn't like Rabbit was talking about with the last match. It wasn't that back and forth type of a battle that we've seen. But I think, and that was kind of more so early on, but near the middle, it got a little bit more back and forth. You saw Ali reversing some of those bigger moves of Laurel and fighting back in this match. But I thought this was good. I love the Unprettier on the floor. I love that they call it the Unprettier. It ain't called no dang on kill switch. Stop it. Stop. Just stop. This girl got the Unprettier and the curb stomp. Bruh, she my favorite. Like, I love her so much. She got the Unprettier and the curb stomp. Like, what? What? I love it. But this is great. I'm loving Ali. I really am. I'm loving Ali. I hope she continues to progress and build herself. Because in this match, you kind of finally got to see her. You know, as we've been saying over the last couple of weeks, but that Death Valley Driver, though, one of my favorite moves that never is used ever in life anymore. I love it. I love the DVD. That's one of my favorite moves. I mean, besides the Tiger Bomb, it's all-time favorite. But Ali does end up becoming the new Knockout champion. I think it was off of Supercare, if I'm not mistaken. But this is good. It was a good match. I just feel like there was kind of something missing, and maybe it was kind of that slow start. But Casey, do you got any thoughts on the new champion in Ali? Ali.
I'm gonna need a minute. Rabbit, I'm gonna need a minute.
All right, Rabbit, you got any thoughts on the? You got any thoughts on the Knockouts Championship match?
Man, Van Ness, though, them curb stomps ain't no joke, player. She was killing her with those joints the whole match, 2 in a row sometimes, man. This came on top rope one time and smashed her. These is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I like Van Ness, man. I always liked her. The one she had on the chair. I don't know if you said something about that, but that was beautiful, you know. And I like the name of her joint, Unprettier. I like that. You know what I'm saying? That's better than what's that, man? What's K's joint name? K's finisher?
the Drill Claw.
The Drill Claw, man. It's just craziness, right? But Ali, I love Ali, man. I'm infatuated with her, man, because we don't watch her grow, watch the character grow. So
me too. Me too. I'm infatuated. I mean, sorry.
You know, because she just grew into a character. And then you see at the end, when she win the title, her emotions. I like that, man. When somebody went through so much, she been in pay-per-views, she been in house shows, she did every little thing for Dixie. Back when when Dixie was dead, she was coming in and out of shows. Dixie was picking up her and Pepper Potts here and there for stuff. And finally, she gets the title, man. And you see her all her emotions flow once she picks the joint up and it gets in her hand. I think she even said the word finally. You know what I'm saying? I love it. That's the part of it. I just love that. I love the fact that she's champion too. It's time for her to be champion. And I want to see how she be champion. I love Van Ness though. I love the way she carried herself as champion too. So I wouldn't have been disappointed either way. You know what I'm saying? So I like the match, you know. It was all right. DJ?
All right, Casey, let's move. I hope he has had a chance to recover. After, Laurel did take the L's, and I don't know if she's bouncing back from them, but she did take them, though. She did take the L's. Chase, thoughts on the bro? Somebody get this man.
She had to, and then she was, and I'm fine. I'm proud of Ali. I am. She worked hard, not as hard as Laurel. But she worked hard, She good in the ring. She good, not as good as Laurel. And she a beautiful girl. She a beautiful, not as beautiful as Laurel. But
she is beautiful as Abyss, though. I mean, I'm just wondering.
Ain't nobody beautiful as Abyss. Ain't nobody. Not nobody.
Abyss is the top of the beauty chain.
Right. I thought this was a good match. I did. I don't believe the finish was right. I think there was some tights and the tights. I think I do, but girl, oh, now what about? I mean, she probably going to the double, but no, don't do it. But I feel like Allie's character out of the ring has changed a lot too. Like her promo before the match, that was a completely different Allie from the one we've seen in previous months. Like there wasn't that Allie. It was just it felt like just a normal like I'm ready now. Like,
yeah. I was talking about like just on the way to the ring, not necessarily because I agree the promo was way different. But
another thing about the knockout division itself, it's nowhere near what it was when Dixie was there. Matter of fact, it's like thinned out and it don't really have no real athletes on the roster. You know what I'm saying? That reminds me, Dixie posted a picture of all the old knockouts, right? And I responded to the joint. She responded back too. I don't know if y'all seen that.
I didn't see it. Yeah, I saw you respond, but I didn't see her respond.
Yeah, she responded saying she gonna have to put another one up with her on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I told her about the when she took that chair shot. You know, but yeah, the division ain't where it used to be when you had Kong, Terrell, Kim. You know what I'm saying? The BPs, Brooke. You know what I'm saying? You had athletes. You had people in that joint that was getting it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing about the division now that's different from before. They don't have a whole lot of heavy hitters. You know what I'm saying? DJ?
Yeah. It was almost like they're starting over a little bit because, like, when you got Gail Kim, you got the beautiful people who have been there and established themselves for so long. You got Madison Rayne who established herself for so long. I think it's going to take a little bit of time, and it's kind of like the whole entire new identity of Impact, right? Like it's going to take a little bit to figure out what it is, and it's going to take a little bit to get used to, seeing guys like. Well, not Austin Aries. That was not what I meant. Eli Drake is champion. Austin Aries kind of already established himself. But seeing guys like Eli Drake is champion, even Johnny Impact for those who haven't seen him very much. Seeing guys like OVE as tag champions, these newer guys in LAX. Like it takes I think it takes a little bit of time, to get used to that, and I think that's that much more prevalent in the Knockouts division because you're seeing these newer females who we haven't really seen before. Some of us have, some of us haven't. I know I hadn't never seen Sienna before. I had never seen Hanaya before. I'm glad I see it. Anyway, had never seen Hanaya before. So, yeah. But I had never seen Hanaya before. I had never seen even Laurel to a certain degree. Like we saw, like Casey and I was talking about before, we saw her in Tough Enough, but I hadn't seen her in the ring. I know Casey has. But I hadn't seen her before now. So like I think it just takes a little bit of getting used to. Because, like, I think it's not that they don't have the talent. It's just they getting used to being on a bigger stage, too. Having to carry themselves through promos a little bit more is a little bit different. Having to change their movesets up a little bit for some of the restrictions of even cable television, like and stuff like that. So, I don't know. But moving on.
Good point.
Let's move on to Lashley, the beast. Okay, I ain't gonna say it because I don't want Rabbit to. Because he ain't the beat the monster. Anyway, but we got Lashley. He forced to go alone against OVE. Ohio versus sorry, that's how they do it. I'll be saying it every time. I'll be saying it every time. But I like this. The storytelling in this match was really good too. With Lashley kind of coming out. Well, OVE comes out and attacks him on the ramp. Lashley kind of coming out, trying to be dominant, trying to be his normal self, trying to just fight off the numbers a little bit, but it's always the numbers that comes back and gets you. I love Sami Callihan at the beginning of this with the bat, hitting Lashley in the leg to kind of give his team the advantage. But I thought this was a good match. I think when Brian Cage came back at the end to kind of help out Lashley randomly, and then he just tagged himself in like that. Though you can do that. you can just come in.
I tweeted that last night. I was like, wait, you can do that?
You can just come into a match and like, bro, I'm about to roll up. I'm about to go in the impact zone. I'm gonna get on the apron and I'm gonna tag myself in and get in the match. But like you said, he came in and basically like destroyed everybody. I love that freaking power slam little combo he did. That was awesome on both of OVE. That was freaking cool. And then I love there at the end with Lashley where he took out Sami Callihan as he tried to run in with the spear. That was epic. But this was a good match. This was a good match. You know, for kind of what it was without Eddie Edwards, unfortunately, that kind of sucked. But I guess we will talk about it here. We'll probably still talk about it in a separate video. But like, okay, this is what I'm getting. This is what I've been hearing. And this actually, I actually found this on the website that I write for, in an Impact article, not written by, not wrote by me. Did I say written?
I made a whole overlay for this, and you're gonna talk about it now.
Oh, I'm just okay. We ain't gonna. Okay, just overall thoughts on it. Okay, just give me a yes or no. Did they go too far by using Sami Callihan saying, I broke that man's face? Okay, I don't know what exactly he said, but like he was like he broke that man. But like, was it too far? Some people say it is. Some people say, oh, he shouldn't be getting heat that way. And we're gonna talk about it. We'll probably talk about it after this video, to be honest. But I just kind of want an overall like yes or no. We'll get into it later. Kind of give the people something to look forward to. I say no. Wrestling companies do it all the time. I mean, because it's Impact don't mean you can blame them. Like just because it's Impact don't mean you can say, oh, they go to bruh. WWE does it all the time. Anyway, Casey, yes or no?
I'm gonna say no. And I'll give it a quick example. If the same thing happened in CZW, it would be like, oh, he's out with just a bat. Come on.
Rabbit?
No.
All right. I don't want to get too much into it. Thank you, Casey, for saving me from myself. Because I am excited to talk about it. Because, like, bruh, I don't understand a lot. Anyway, but we will talk about that after this video, immediately after this video. So stay tuned to the channel, youtube.com/Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast. And we'll make sure to, fill you guys in on our thoughts on that. I'm, curious about everybody else's thoughts as well. But this is a pretty good match, though. I liked it. And I'm liking how it's setting up Brian Cage versus Lashley, with the handshake snub. I thought it was funny. Cage reaches out to shake Lashley's hand. Lashley like, I ain't shaking your hand, bro. Then he then he reaches out for the hand. Cage like, nope. So that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be a good match, especially given. I mean, just because Cage look like he a freaking. I can't even come up with a description. This man's so big. This man is ridiculous. Don't think he can't match athleticism with Lashley. I'm just saying, if you ain't never seen him, don't even think it. The man more athletic than Lashley. He's more athletic than Lashley. He is.
I'm just saying, those two standing side by side, I was like, bruh.
Lashley bigger than him, man.
Brian kind of making Lashley look small. I'm just saying, muscular-wise, he makes. I'm like, Lashley got a little bit of the height, but
okay.
I mean, Cage got muscles in places that
that muscle shouldn't be.
Like, bruh, he got muscles on his muscles. Like, I didn't even think that's possible.
Oh, no, man.
He got them SpongeBob muscles.
No.
Casey, you got any thoughts on the Lashley versus OVE? Obviously, Eddie Edwards is injured with the eye situation.
And then we got Lashley, formerly known as the Beast, the Monster, the Animal, versus Ohio versus. You got to do it like that. You got it. I liked it. I liked that it was a handicap match. I feel like we don't get actual handicap matches enough anymore in wrestling, especially when it's like a big guy going up against like a team or something. It just kind of
not like a big guy going up against two jobbers.
Yeah, no, not like that. Not like that. Not the whole. No, not the Ryback thing. We don't need that no more. Not WWE's Ryback cell. No, we don't need that. But I liked it. I definitely thought it was a good match. You know, guys got to see my boys, the Chris brothers, You know, yeah. I did like the ending.
Did
though.
you say crisp? Crisp.
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 I mean, they crisp in the ring though. They.
I bet you Rabbit would beg to differ.
I think they crisp. But I like the ending. I like kind of the you know, not accepting the handshake. I think that adds to the mind games. Like, you know, I helped you, but then, you know, I'm gonna dish you on the handshake at the end, kind of setting in those mind games in Lashley's head a little bit. You know, why did you help me? Like, what's the ulterior motive here? But I'm definitely excited to see kind of where this goes. I know there was spoilers a couple weeks ago with Cage and Lashley, but I'm so excited to see kind of where it goes.
Yeah, the match itself wasn't really a match to really be talking about, but the main point of this was when Cage came in. You know what I'm saying? Because them two side by side is the picture everybody wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? We want to see them in the ring together, face to face. And I don't know, man. Hey, man, they about the same size though, man. Then my man say he more athletic. I gotta see more of him. They bring him in Lashley area with the athleticism, man. Good God. Lashley is athletic as it get. You know what I'm saying? But Cage came in that joint with that triple kick joint and that T-bone, beautiful T-bone joint. You know what I'm saying? Then he did when he caught both of them off the top rope. That was great too. Yeah, that was strength right there. Then he front slammed both of them. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty. You know what we need to see is those two go at it. Yeah, because that will be a nasty, nasty match right there. But when you say athletic, I need to see way more of Cage to even put him in Lashley area. You know? That can't even happen.
Big shout out to Marcus Gibbons for being on live with us tonight. I appreciate the he said he was watching the last Chancery show. How'd it go? I'm curious because I didn't get a chance to watch it on the Twitch. And did Austin Aries win? Because duh. Because but speaking of last Chancery, it's a good segue. Let's move on to the main event of the evening. If I can scroll down to it, we got Johnny Impact going up against Austin Aries for the first time ever in life for the now Impact World Championship. I thought it was the championship of the globe. What happened? What happened though? What happened though? I love how on the title it's got the Impact little sticker on the side on one of the plates, and then the other one has GFW. I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but I did tonight, and I was like, ha ha, that's fun. Anyway, I feel like this match started off slow too. Like it really felt like it was really started off slow, and I was expecting like fast fireworks to start this match, but it started off slow, and I felt like at the beginning of this match, for whatever reason, it felt like all the good flippy stuff happened during the commercial. Like, bruh, how this man gonna flip off the steps during the commercial? What? Why the good lucha things in the commercial? Come on, man. Anyway, but this was a good match though. I enjoyed it once it really got going. Once they really started going there near the end of the match, it really got good, and it had that kind of back and forth aspect as well. Aries would retain with the brain buster, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if I was expecting him to win clean or not. I think I was expecting something with El Patron because of the whole he just randomly kind of came in, and they didn't really know why. I think that's what I was expecting. I was expecting something with him, but nothing with him. But this should be. I feel like this was a good match though. Aries does retain. I wonder where he goes from here. And I kind of wonder when Impact actually does win the title, because like it feels like they've been setting him up to win the title, like since he came in, but he hasn't yet, and it's kind of weird. I know he won it on the first night, but they kind of nullified it. But still, like I'm kind of curious about that. Like, when is he finally gonna win the title, and is it gonna be from Austin Aries? Casey, thoughts on the main event of the evening?
Terrible booking. Not the match. The match was great. I thought the match was really good. And I think we knew either way it was going to be good. terrible booking I'm talking about is with creative and commentary. Bruh, if you're going to tell us there's going to be a last special tomorrow night, that's basically telling us, oh, by the way, Austin is going to bruh, doing that. Matches seem to end before it ends. But I also something with the film. But it came out at the end, and I was like, what? Was basically the way that he was gonna win the team title before we even knew it. It was stupid with the last Shampoo. Basically, like saying, "Hey, Aries is gonna retain the title. You shouldn't even watch this match." Like, it was stupid.
All right, Ravid, do you have any thoughts on the main event of the evening?
Oh yeah, like you said, the booking was terrible. They shouldn't have been booked, but the match had a nice flow, no botching, and it had a build up to it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no look it up alert because you know what I'm saying. It just wasn't. But my man Aries, man, is got to be one of the smoothest wrestlers out here, Slim. You know what I'm saying? He do his moves smooth. The handstand into drop kicks, beautiful. Arm drags, beautiful. You know what I'm saying? The brain buster be beautiful. Man, Aries a beast, Slim. For his size, he's just a monster. You know what I'm saying? And his moves and his skill set is vicious. You know what I'm saying? I like it, man. Impact had a nice spinning top rope kick, but overall in this match, it was more Aries. You know what I'm saying? I just love Aries, man. You know what I'm saying? But I don't understand how he just walks in on the roster and just start being champion and all that stuff. There's no authority figure. It's just nobody here. Everybody walking around doing what they want. Even Cage, he come in, jumps in the ring, and then he tagging. It's just like, who running stuff here, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I don't like. It always have somebody in charge, even since the 70s and 80s. It got to be somebody there to say, oh, you ain't supposed to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? It got to be somebody. It's just everybody free falling out this joint, man. You know what I'm saying? But I do agree with you with the booking and the terrible, terrible commentary that is going on here. It got to be the worst in history. These two right here, man. It got to be the worst commentary I've even heard. They got to add somebody to this or something. It's just terrible. It makes the overall show. One thing about commentary is real important, man. It makes you, the viewer, get more engaged in it. Certain parts of the show, and they're supposed to inform you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what these two doing. You know what I'm saying? Other than trying to hype you when it ain't nothing to be hyped. It's just ridiculous. Especially my man JB. Everything is up. She about to win the time. New title, new champion. Knowing that wouldn't even move. They didn't even finish nobody. You know what I'm saying? Just what are you talking about? Unnecessary stuff, man. I do agree with you on the booking though, DJ.
All right. Speaking of, well, I don't know if it's speaking of booking anyway, but we got a discussion coming up on Impact Wrestling, like next. Okay, stay tuned. You stay tuned to this video. That's not how it works. Okay, don't do that. No, because that's not how YouTube works. But go check out the channel, and we'll be live once again to talk about this whole Sami Callihan, Eddie Edwards situation with the injury to the nose and the eyeball. The poor man, I knew it had hurt though. But anyway, we'll be right back with that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. If you are sitting right here watching this video and you haven't shared this video for your friends, with your friends, be sure to do it. Also, yeah, like you said, there is a subscribe button on this side of me. Should be like right in this area. So be sure to check that out as well. Because that's how you can subscribe like that. So be sure to do that. But if you haven't shared this video, be sure to share this video. If you enjoyed the video, your friends gonna enjoy the video. That's how it works. Like I got like 2 friends that like wrestling. But shut up, okay? Shut your mouth. Share the video. We'll see you guys next time for the discussion. We'll be right back. on the Instant Class Wrestling Podcast. The only podcast that is always, say it with me, Marcus, come on now. And I mean always. I heard it. An instant. Bruh. Instant classic. See you guys.